How's it going, folks? It's Robbie with Asher RV. Today I've got a winterization video on a Class C Entegra Odyssey. This is my first Class C video. I've got a couple of Class A's out there already posted, and I'm going to post one more of a Tiffin red pretty soon. Like all my other videos, this video is more to teach people how to do it for themselves. As your first step, you always want to go to your black and your gray tank monitor and see how much is in each tank, and then you'll want to hook up your sewer line to the sewer port and drain out the contents. You'll want to start with the black tank. Once the sewer hose is connected at both ends, you'll want to pull the black tank handle first to allow it all to flow through. It may take a few minutes to drain all of it out. The next thing is, while you're waiting on that to drain, is to drain your low point freshwater tank drain. This one was located on the driver's side midway, so I'm draining it into a bucket because I knew it did not have much in it. Once the black tank is finished draining, then I'll open the gray tank valve to wash out the sewer connection. Next, you'll need to locate your hot water heater valves. You'll need to turn the hot and the cold water off. That way there's no water flowing to the hot water heater. Next, you want to find your hot water heater access to the outside, and you want to lay the cover down, and then you want to remove the plug from the bottom of the hot water heater itself, which this one took a 15/16 deep well and an extension. As you pull the plug, you can hit the relief valve to let the water flow out. It will shoot out pretty far. Make sure that it's not full of hot water. Go ahead. You can drain the contents of the hot water heater with the outside shower first, so you don't have hot water in the tank itself. The next thing you want to do is locate your water pump and your freshwater filter, and go ahead and thread off the base of the water filter and remove that filter out from the inside, and then put the base back on. This one was located in the cabinet in the rear behind the bed. A majority of Class C units will have a hose with a valve similar to this near your water pump itself, and this is one way to winterize the unit. This Entegra Odyssey did not have this option. We had to force the antifreeze in through the city water connection with an external pump that we have set up. Another method of winterizing is actually to pour the antifreeze into your holding tank and use your house water pump to pick up that antifreeze and force it through the system, which will work also. We just use the method of forcing it through the city water connection, so we know that that is also getting winterized. On this unit in the rear driver's side bay, there are two dials and a diagram that will explain which location you need to have the dials in. In this case, I used 3 and 5. So the next thing you do is go to your kitchen faucet and turn it on the cold side and run it until you have antifreeze come out. And then you'll move over to the hot side until you have antifreeze coming out. This unit's sprayer head is actually messed up. That's why it's spraying the pattern the way it is. But you won't move on from this until you have a good solid pink coming out. As you can see in the bottom of the sink, there's plenty. The main thing is you just want to make sure you let enough antifreeze run through to get rid of all the water in the system. And the way to know is that you have a good solid pink color. The next thing you'll do is you move on to the bathroom. In this unit, we'll start with the toilet. I like to run the toilet multiple times. That way I know that the trap is full as well as the seal is still wet. And then I'll move on to the vanity sink, starting with the hot side this time. And we have good solid pink color. Then I'll move to the cold side. Good solid pink color. So now we can move on to the shower. And we'll run the shower on both sides also until we see a good solid pink color coming out. Sometimes it's a little hard to see coming out of the sprayer head itself. So I like to lay it down on the base, that way I can see what color it is coming out. Now we'll move on to the hot side of the shower. If your sprayer head has multiple settings, I like to run it through the settings, that way I know antifreeze gets in all portions of the sprayer head itself. Now we'll move on to the outside shower and spray the hot and the cold side. And then as a final step, I always take antifreeze and pour down each trap, both traps in the sink. And we'll move on to the bathroom. And I like to pour at least 1 cup of antifreeze in the toilet, in the vanity sink, and the shower basin as well. That way I know that the trap for the shower is also got plenty of antifreeze in it. Well, thanks for watching this far, folks. I hope you got something from the video. If you don't mind, like and subscribe. I'll work on making the audio and the video a little better. I have a video about an air dryer filter and what it is coming out, as well as replacing a windshield in a Winnebago that the frame was rotted out, as well as a windshield installation. So stay tuned.